In this video, we're going to install a Defiant number keypad electronic lock. First, we're going to put in the deadbolt. There's an indication right here with an up arrow, so make sure that's facing up, and then we're going to put in the faceplate screws. With the number 2 screwdriver, we'll install the faceplate screws. Next is the keypad, so take the wire and put it underneath the deadbolt, and then thread the flat blade through the center right there, just like that. That's what it looks like on the back side. There's a little metal plate that goes on the back. It has an indication arrow facing up this way, and then there's a place for the cable to come through right here. Now push that in, and then there's 2 screws, and these screw up to the lock part on the other side. And these are threading onto this part of the lock, so the piece where the lock mechanism is, it's right there. While those screws on the back are just snugged up, still loose, you're able to move this around so you can get everything straight. And this back piece here also needs to be straight because this is going to mount to the back hardware. Now we'll plug in the cable. The orientation is marked by a few paint marks. Once everything's hooked up, you can slide this in place, and just by holding it in your hand, we're going to click the lock button. That'll close, and then type in the default code, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it'll go through a setup procedure. It'll retract it in and then take it out. The 2 golden screws in our hardware are going to go right on here in the motor part, and that'll screw it onto the metal bracket. Then you can set a code using the instructions on the back of the thing. To add a new user code, we're going to do this setup here, and there's a key up here that tells you what these different things mean. So first we're going to hold down the set button, and then we're going to type in the programming code, which is the default 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to click the lock button. Then we're going to type in 20. And then we're going to type and then hit the lock button. Then we're going to type in the new user code that we're going to want to use, which is, in this case, we can only do 4 digits or 6 digits, but we want to go 4 digits. And then click the lock button one more time. Now whenever we type in our new code, you can set this to whatever you want, it'll open. We'll now snap the cover in place. Now to lock the door, we can close it. Click the lock button, the deadbolt will go into the slot, and now this is locked.